Skincare is just one way that we can look and feel good about ourselves, but honestly, sometimes, even for me, it's not enough. Like if we're in our lazy girl era or we're just stuck in a rut and we can't get ourselves out. So today I put together my ultimate guide on how to elevate ourselves inside out from appearance to daily routines so that we can feel infinitely more put together and just ready to tackle the world again. Okay, starting off with skin flooding. So this one's super popular and I love it because it's so simple and gives you instant effects. The idea is to flood our skin with as much hydration as we can so that it can heal tired and dull looking skin. So what you want to do is start off with a cleanser, then the flooding starts. So I love spraying a spritz toner, another layer of spritz toner, more toner because you guys know how much I love it, then going into a serum that's hydration based. So look for ingredients like mushroom, hyaluronic acid, glycerin, all of these are super good. And then finish it off and seal it with a moisturizer. But if you still find yourself breaking out and getting acne, it's time to turn within and look at our gut. You might not tell now, but I had really bad skin for most of my teens and 20s, and it only started changing when I started paying close attention to what I eat and drink. Then for the meal, you want as many colors as you can on your plate to get our daily nutrient fix. So today I have rice for carbs. Prebiotics and probiotics are a huge addition to boost your skin, as well as proteins, fiber, and my current obsession, natto. Top it off with some seasoning and voila. Oh, I am so excited to eat. This looks so good and it smells so good. So here we have my bowl, my matcha strawberry drink, and my supplements. This is my favorite kind of bowl to make because it was literally made out of just things that I found in the fridge and that I had already. And I've honestly just been obsessed with the Japanese way of eating, which is a little bit of everything, and it's so good. That nacho. Now these little guys are the Haircare Ritual Skin Supplements that I've been taking. And I love it because you can just take it anytime throughout the day. It's just once a day. And you can see there's two layers. One is oil and one is a powder. And the powder is the higher best, which is a bio-fermented lower weight of hyaluronic acid. So we're feeding ourselves hyaluronic acid from the inside. And that's sourced from Japan, which is like the leading place to develop hyaluronic acid. And then on the outside is the ceretic, and that's the oil. It contains glycolipids as well as ceramides. Also things that we feed our skin on the outside, but from within. And there's been third-party clinical tests that prove that this works within 90 days. It will increase the suppleness of your skin. I love that these have all the ingredients from what you can put on outside as well as inside. If you guys are curious about supplements as well, you can click the link below for 25% off. And I am just going to keep enjoying my meal. Boom! So full. Next up, hair. Here's an example. The same casual outfit, both of them just with different hair. One is done and it looks intentional, while the other one is frizzy, unwashed, unkempt, unloved. So you might be thinking, oh my god, going to the hairdresser, wash and cut, so expensive. Nuh-uh. I have some tips for you because honestly, you don't have to spend a lot to get a trim or even these curtain bangs, which instantly make you look more put together. For simple and beautiful curtain bangs, spray your hair until it's damp. Then starting on one side, you want to drag that over your face diagonally, and I like to cut it around my nose area, so line it up between there, or you could take it down towards the mouth and snip perpendicular to the line from your scalp, so on a slight angle. If you want more of a blunt look, you can cut straight across like I am here. You just want to make sure that those two sides are even. Then as an extra step, I like to add some face framing waves around my face. So by taking the hair that naturally falls next to the bangs, just diagonally trim down like I'm doing here. Then you want to make sure everything is even on the both sides. So now we're gonna hop into the shower, give ourselves a good scalp massage, hair cleansing, just like they do at the salon, but by ourselves. And voila! Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Guys, this is what I mean. You don't need to spend a lot to look stylish. Let's talk nails. Okay, so I know it might sound superficial, but nothing beats the feeling of getting fresh nails. It also gives the subtle impression to others that you take care of yourself and that you care. So I know this can easily add up if you do go to the salon. Here's how you can do it really easily at home. This is what you'll need. First is prep. This is where you cut, file, and buff the nails so that it creates a smooth surface for us to work with. This also includes cuticles, so I use this cuticle softener just to push back the cuticles a little bit so that it makes it more clean. Next is the fun part, paint. Choose the nail polish color that you want. I usually stick to pastels or neutral tones because I never get sick of them. And you'll want to do at least 2 or sometimes 3 layers of this depending on the opacity of the nail color. Next up is optional. It's the curing stage, so this only applies if you're using a gel polish that needs to be set with a UV lamp. And what makes this different to just a nail polish is that it won't chip away because it's solid and it's hard. So this is especially good for people like me who are really rough with their hands, or you just don't want to think of needing to do your nails so often. Finish with a top coat, which makes it shiny, smooth, and beautiful. And then last but not least is moisturize and finish with some cuticle oil if you want as well. And voila, we have salon-like nails for just a fraction of the price. Next up is posture improvement. I personally have really bad posture. I slouch all the time and I'm always hunched over like this, and it's been that way for years. It's actually gotten to the point where it really hurts now if I'm not wary of it. So it's actually all about strengthening the muscles in our shoulder area, our back area, and the front. Here are some super simple exercises that you can do every day. Okay, so I used to do Pilates all the time, and there's 3 specific stretches on the ground that you can do that really help improve posture. So let me show you. Start by laying face down with the stomach on the mat and holding your arms by the sides of your legs while keeping your toes touching the ground and keeping abs tight. Slowly extend and lift the upper back, shoulders, and chest from the ground and keep your chin tucked in. Keep your form by leading with that upper breastbone area. You'll feel a comfortable pressure on the lower back. Hold for 3 seconds and then lower back down, breathing out. And repeat 5 times. This will strengthen and extend the back and spine and open up the chest to reduce slouching. All right, next, taking up the heat a little, we're still facing the ground. This time, extend your 2 arms parallel in front, shoulder width apart. Then from the hip bone, lift your legs and gently point the toes. It's really important to keep the ab region engaged and tight and keep your head in position with the chin tucked in. Then start to pulse with an alternating arm and leg movement like this. Make about 20 pulses and then relax down. Now the last one, start by sitting on the floor with the legs in front, then press the palms a few inches behind your hips with the fingers facing the toes, shoulder width apart. Now slowly raise the tailbone up to form like a straight line from the head to the feet. Then lift one leg at a time to about the hips. Alternate and make sure not to drop the shoulders or the chest or the neck to droop down. Keep everything tight. Then lower your body back down, and you can repeat this about 10 times. These may look easy, but oh my goodness, it takes everything to keep the right form and you will feel the burn. I'm literally shaking here, but anyways, these really help me to prevent slouching, back pain, and poor posture. Learning new things. Normally when I fall into a mental rut, it's because I've forgotten the magic of learning new things. And maybe it's because the repeated routine of the same thing can start to wear you down. So it's interesting because repetition is really good at building discipline, which we all need, but at the same time, it can also lead to comfort. So to get out of it, we just need to learn something new. So there is an 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle, which essentially states that 20% of effort produces 80% of our outcome. And I love that because it really shows that a little bit of effort can create major changes. So if you're out of ideas, here are my favorite ways to learn new fun things. Watching a new series, documentary, or even YouTube video about a topic you weren't familiar with. Reading a new book or listening to a new podcast. Here are some of my favorites. Or just going out and trying something that's always been in the back of your mind that you've never forced yourself to do. This is that time to try it. Like go to a new restaurant, explore the city, or make a meal and share it with friends. Especially when you can give to others, it really gives back to yourself in ways that you would have never even realized. We actually have a newsletter that comes out every Monday called Motivational Mondays, where our writer essentially writes on the hurdles physically or mentally that she's going through and how she's overcome it as a dose of inspiration for the beginning of the week. So this comes out every week in our free newsletter, so you can sign up. I'll leave the link below. Redefine your hobbies. Hobbies as a teenager, 20-year-old, 30-year-old, I've realized, are wildly different. As we get older, we use the excuse of not having time, which is true. Like we're all leading very busy lives, but that's why we have to redefine what hobbies mean. Hobby is defined as an activity done regularly in one's leisure time for pleasure, aka anything that sparks joy. So here are some of my favorite things to do. Cleaning and reorganizing. Yes, it counts. Baking. Reading. Meditation was a huge one. Exercising like tennis or pickleball. Something simple like going for a walk. Watercoloring and painting, and even going back to the nails, DIYing my nails and finding fun designs to try. And doom scrolling is not included, so get off the phone. But finish this video if you're watching it on your phone. Mindset refresh. Diving a little bit deeper, speaking of scrolling, I was on IG and came across these two pictures. And it really made me stop and think for a second to ask myself, how kind have I been to myself lately? And how much compassion have I given to myself and the progress and the journey that I've made so far? Not much. This one comes down to fostering deep connections. Reach out to a close friend and either catch up over coffee, lunch, dinner, or just go over and spend quality time with them, or even DM that person that you've really enjoyed their content on or relate to and just say hi. I've actually done this and ended up being really good friends with them. And then the third thing that I've realized really takes me out of a funk is giving someone a compliment. You might not know them, but it makes you see and appreciate things in a different light. And the crazy thing is, you will feel so good about yourself for making someone else's day. Wardrobe revamp. I go by the capsule closet philosophy, and the idea is that you just have some essential staples, patterns, and textures that work all together no matter how you combine it. This has saved me a lot of money. So if you're also in a slump, here are my favorite ways to refresh your closet. Starting by reorganizing and cleaning out the things that we haven't worn and that need to go. Then it's taking the pieces that you have and trying different style combinations to see how else you can wear it. Then if you do realize that you are missing some key staple items, look at yourself and see which part of your body you want to balance or accentuate, and that will make finding something so much easier. So here are some of my favorite stores to create that capsule closet. Once I started doing this, I never felt the need to buy something new because I'm like, oh, I already have that. Last but not least, jewelry essentials. Let me just show you the difference this makes. On one side, plain outfit. Other side, with accessories. So you can see it just creates a little bit more visual interest and seals the look up a little bit more. And here's the thing I've learned over the years, it does not have to cost a lot at all, because honestly, from far away, when people look at you, they have no idea. It just looks good. And with jewelry, it's actually super fun because you can kind of mix and match dainty pieces if you're going for a more feminine, more girly, and less like shocking look. Whereas if you want statement pieces, you like that bold look, then you can look for chunkier designs that kind of catch the eye. So depending on what you're going for, you can really mix and match. I have a lot of pieces from Misoma because I just love their designs. Daisy London, Monica Venata also has really good pieces. Jenny Bird is really pretty, but a little bit more expensive. And honestly, Amazon has some really awesome picks. You just have to kind of go through them. Obviously, if you do want to invest in pieces, it will last longer, but you also don't have to if it's just for fun. So looking and feeling good, hopefully you can see now, doesn't have to cost a lot of money. You don't have to go out. A lot of the power we actually have within ourselves, and it really comes from inside out, to recharge, to be with ourselves, to also spend time with the ones that we love and redefine those connections and relearn how to just be. So I hope that with these assortments of tips, you find something that sparks joy and happiness, because we all deserve that. Just know that we're on this journey together. Not every day is gonna be good, but that just means to me that we are growing, and those pains turn into good things. So I hope that you can join our newsletter where Angela, our writer, shares her personal experiences on our Monday motivations. So sign up to that. And here's to more growing together. Bye guys.